So here we are at the WAC developer website, which is wacapps.net. You'll find the SDK under Resources, SDK. We have SDKs available for Windows, Mac and Linux. Today I'm going to be showing you installing the SDK on Windows. The SDK itself is over 200 meg, so we recommend using a download manager or accelerator if you're on a slow connection. Once you've downloaded the application, you can just run it as per normal. The setup wizard will appear, and just like with any other app installation, you can choose the location of where you want this installed. You'll need at least 340 odd megabytes of free disk space. You can choose the name of the shortcut in the start menu, and if you want, you can create a desktop icon. Once you're happy, you can begin the installation. Once installation is complete, you can view the README and launch the SDK. Let's do that now. The README is highly informative and will take you through everything you need to know. The WAC SDK will then launch. The first thing you'll need to do is set the location of the Android SDK, which we use for the emulator. You can do this by going to Window, Preferences, Android, and making sure the SDK location is the same place where you installed the WAC SDK. You will then also get a list of target Android versions which are available to you. Once done, you can then hit Apply or OK. If you want to test a WAC application in an emulator, you can do so. WAC SDK uses the Android emulator. To launch it, go to Window, Android SDK and AVD Manager. You may want to create a new Android virtual device. If so, click New, and you can set there the target Android version, size of the SD card, the resolution, and any other hardware properties that you want. To launch the Android virtual device, select the target that you want, and then hit Start. You can set the size, as well as clearing any previous user data. Launching the Android emulator the first time will take a few minutes, depending on the speed of your machine. We've edited the video just to speed things up a bit. The Android emulator image is a standard Android image, but it also includes the WAC web runtime. In order to try one of your apps in the emulator, you need to right-click on it, go to Run As, and then choose Widget Application. This will then push the application onto the emulator, and you'll be able to interact with it. You'll see the validation come up, then the installation. If your application hasn't been signed yet, you will have to confirm access to any of the features which would usually require signing in order to access that feature. In this case, to access device status, device info, we're going to allow that. And there we can see the application is running and is reading the device status. We can scroll through it and see what it's reporting. To finish using the emulator, simply close it down by clicking the close icon.